we talked about the process of starting children probably the middle of this year.
Process. All you gotta do is not pull out, man. Ain't no process.
I mean, I low-key haven't been pulling out for the past 6 months.
Then your don't work, bro.
When I talk to some friends, it's just like, yo, when you're trying to get pregnant, it's way harder.
You try, you add stress. And then you start blaming, you start trying to do it and ovulating and all that.
My game getting hard for this 10:37 a.m. session.
I gotta hold my legs up. You don't, man, just
like, gosh, I gotta let it drip in there and hold it.
Have fun. They say the chances of pregnancy increase the more the woman orgasms.
Well, he's never having a kid.
You be surprised what parents do though once that grandkid.
Oh yeah, they'll pull up.
My mom's trying
to buy a house.
Yeah, they want to move. Like Cotty's mom wants to move here.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know how much I want my children around all the grandparents.
What about her? But her parents are dope, right?
I don't know how much I
he
want
said
my
what he
children
said
around the grandparents.
But I think her parents are pretty cool.
I don't know how much.
We're back. Wildly Inappropriate. Thank y'all. Every week it grows.
It's growing.
Every week it grows.
Also, too, remember we're on all podcast platforms now. So if you can't watch it on YouTube, you can listen to it on all platforms. If you can't listen to it on the platforms, watch it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Why can't I stutter, man? Let me stutter, dog.
Because you don't do it enough to where it's expected. So
I feel like I do. I feel like I stutter every episode.
Could you?
Because like right there, like I didn't expect you to go pop 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 pop. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Pop 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 pop.
Maybe that's why he honked the horn so many times.
Yeah, the wrist
That's a stutter. That's a stutter.
Go,
bitch.
Do you stutter in your dreams?
I don't even know what that means.
Do you talk a lot in your dreams? I don't think I be talking.
Yeah, I don't recognize myself talking.
Fuck, I don't know. Now I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know. A lot of action.
So much action.
Yeah. Silent film. We talking is dreaming a silent film?
So much action, not a lot of words.
I feel like a lot of action, a lot of other dialogue from other people.
Other people, hella, but I don't say much.
Yeah.
And I can't fight. I can't talk.
I can't run.
I can't run. I'm disabled.
Why is it
We're disabled.
In your dreams, you're disabled?
We're handicapped in our dreams.
Why is it that we can't fight in our dreams? We got like my hands are so soft. When I throw the hardest punch possible, it'd be like this hard.
Somebody was chasing me. A fat dude was chasing me in a trunk. I mean, in a car, and then I'm flooring it. And the car won't go fast.
Yeah.
And he's right there. Like, he keep touching the trunk of the car. And I'm like, come on. Like, and I'm thinking he's trying to kill me, nigga. Yeah. Turns out I had some donuts in the trunk that he was trying to get to.
That's a joke. That's a bit. That's a bit.
I swear. And I woke up, I was like, ain't that a bitch?
Over some donuts?
I was terrified.
Yeah.
I was terrified and woke up and this man was trying to when he finally got the trunk open, he was touching the icing.
Yeah.
So you got through all that in the dream?
All that, bro. Because I thought about this. You know how black people say king and queen, right? And like, one, do white people say that?
No.
Two.
Gary's like, I know.
No, I don't think they do, right?
Absolutely not.
So, can a white woman be called queen?
No. No.
I
think the discussion that we had before was calling a white woman whilst dick sunken in her a goddess.
A goddess.
A goddess.
But can they be
either one of those?
Either one of those.
A goddess, I think, is okay.
Can they be either one of those, but called by a black man?
Can a black man call a white woman? But you know,
like queen or goddess.
No one's defiled in bed. Like,
well, here's the thing: black dude. I feel like a lot of black dudes that have white girls are definitely saying that. But
no,
Gary, you've never called Jess a goddess or a queen.
Not sincerely.
So what was the context?
Pussy good, bro. Come on, stop playing me.
But here's the thing: is goddess is
not sex related.
You say all kind of shit.
You do say random,
but the pussy feels like heaven.
I understand.
Therefore,
but goddess
she's a
is
goddess.
Just it's just to me that's too much. It's not. It's too much.
You're having you got dick sunk in a person.
I know, but to me that's too much. Like I'm not worshiping you in here.
I'm worshiping women
like,
in bed. And
I'm not
sexually,
worshiping you
I
here.
am worshiping women in bed.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I'm not
I
doing
don't think
that.
goddess.
100%.
I'll say this: goddess is not in my repertoire when I'm smashing.
That's another thing
Yeah.
too. It's not even my repertoire in life.
Yeah.
right.
So
but but I will say,
Queen is probably in your
I've
repertoire.
said here's the thing. I've said it in my head like this, like when I was getting my dick sucked specifically. It's like, yo, this is like a beautiful black goddess just sucking my dick right now. I've said it in my head, but I never said it out loud like this beautiful black
never
goddess.
had
I
that
can't
thought.
even imagine a goddess sucking a dick.
No, she's too good for that.
Yeah.
They suck
Like,
dick.
what are you?
Goddesses
what-
suck dick.
This is inaccurate.
I'm
saying goddess.
I disagree.
I'm saying a goddess when a woman is on top.
I don't think you can become a goddess if you don't suck
Specifically.
dick. I don't think you can be one.
That's just not a
Yeah.
word that I just even. So to me, all right. So yeah, it's just to me
It
like
depends on the person too.
would you be would it be laughable? So you see a interracial couple out, and he walks up, he's like, "This is my queen, but she's white." Is that weird?
I think it's a little weird. I think that's a little weird.
I think it's a little weird
I think it's a little
that's what I'm
tone
saying.
deaf. I
Yeah.
think it's a little tone deaf
because one, they don't even use that. That's not in their vernacular,
no,
Right.
and I think it just comes off as
no, but I don't think that's a thing either.
Yeah, but why do we say then black goddess then, or black queen? It should just be queen since it's not. Every time something was reserved for them, they get the initial, just the definition of the word. They're just a queen, and then we got to make it always the black version. Why can't we just be?
because they
That's
say
already- did
they
that
say
start-
king of the castle, things like that. But I don't know.
Is the queen start in the other community?
No, it was definitely us first.
Well, queen.
No, I meant
queen
like
go
in the
back
gay
to,
community or the drag community.
Oh, calling
No,
their
no,
partner?
no,
Queen.
No,
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know if they start anything.
Who, the gays?
I think they steal from black women.
For
yeah.
sure.
You
Do
think
they
the gays
do they
steal
start
from
it?
black women?
Yeah.
I think they're creative with language. Yes, I think they're figuring out gay ways to say gay things.
Huh.
I think it's a mixture. I think that it's a combination of some of it's black women vernacular, and then they take it even from and how they even act and present themselves. And I think in some ways they are like, since they're in that world a lot with just women in general, they do have their own lingo and vernacular that they're saying around women, and women end up taking at some point too.
And it also might be an
think it's
internet
combination.
thing too.
Well, now everything is everything because of the internet.
Right.
I be seeing the oldest, corniest white person saying things, and I'm like, "You
Aunt
heard
gang,
this?"
gang and weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Every news outlet, it's
Yeah.
Weird.
pop culture is way different now.
Yeah.
Black culture is pop culture now. Like it's
How do
the
you feel about
internet-
that?
it's weird because like even when I'm coaching these kids, I'm hearing how they talk, these little white suburban kids, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you're getting that from the internet.
Yeah.
And you're getting that
Is
from
that
black
wrong?
people, but you're not. For them, it's not wrong because that's just how everybody that they're in their age
Yeah.
group is talking.
Is it wrong to
I
you?
don't think they're appropriating like it was before.
Okay.
I think it's so common now
I mean, that's tough for me to say that
because they're too little for it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
well at that age they probably don't know. I don't know.
Like a little 7-year-old white kid saying "got." He's heard that on the internet.
Yeah.
He's following like a Kais and that and just using that.
Yeah, he's not.
But I think their parents.
Their parents ain't doing it.
What I'm saying is I think their parents are like, yo, that's not how we speak in here. They might correct them on some things, or at least try to correct them, so they know that that's not how they might speak. They know that it's coming from somebody that's black, and they're getting it from them. But I think the thing is too, they follow black people more than they ever did before. Than when we
Yeah,
were
but
growing
like
up.
as
Is that a
a
bad thing
for them,
from your point of view, for
My-
anyone?
I think it depends on how things are going. Are you following, then taking, and then and not somehow either we're getting something from it, or if you're just taking it and trying to make it like y'all stole, like you steal everything. It's like if you steal it, then I think then that would be a problem to me. But like I think right now we live in just an
How do
influential
you
age.
steal it?
they always they try to redo something and then put it on a like okay, for example, swag surfing.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is nigga, that shit is 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like they do that a lot, but that's not the kids. The kids, the slang and stuff is so mainstream
Right.
that's just I don't even think and being a parent, you're trying to catch up on what's going on. So these white parents don't even know. They're like,
Yeah.
you heard that? They're like, oh, that's something you heard at school. They don't know it's black culture. They're just like, oh, this is what all the kids are saying. Like they're not
Yeah.
invested like that.
So I guess my question would be, what should be their access to black culture, and what should
I mean, you
Taylor
can't do
Swift
nothing about the
do
internet.
in terms of like Should she like give a shout out, or should there?
I
be
think
like
people should do more. And I've seen some
shout
people
out to
do
such
it.
and such for
You know, when they like you. Let's say shit. It's me, and somebody say Keon invented. No, bro, I got that. Like Snoop did with E40. Nah, I got that from 40, bro.
Yeah.
Like that. I think more people should do. I got that from.
Yeah.
okay
Versus taking credit for
Or not saying anything.
not necessarily taking credit, just receiving credit.
Yeah, receiving credit and then be like, nah, hell no, I didn't invent it. What are you talking about? This has been what's his name did it with Tony Ayo. What's the wrestler? John Cena.
John Cena, yeah.
He was like, I got that from 50 Cent Boy. Now he still is known for it.
Right.
But I respect that he said, no, this is where I got it from.
Okay.
So I just think people
But
should
it's
do
still
that.
like cut the check though. Like you got it from me. Now that's not enough just to acknowledge.
Well, because if
like,
you
like, that
that'll make a fucking difference. Like,
Yeah.
thank you for acknowledging that I created this thing, but like,
Right.
nigga, still don't nobody know me.
Right.
So
I mean,
cut
that's
the
his
check.
fault. He wasn't that good of a rapper.
I like Tony Ayo.
Yeah.
I'll say. I mean, he had a couple of good freestyles and songs, but I will say at some point, because it's like when remember they made Box Spray the whole thing. And,
Yeah.
And it was just like, yo, Kim Kardashian made up this new thing called this. It's just like, bro, this has been in the community for a while.
Since our existence.
And if Kim Kardashian alone, since she's so influential to a community, because she is, whether we like her or not, she's very influential to a certain community. And if she states certain things, they'll be like, oh, they'll probably respect, rock with, and even support. If she goes, no, actually, you should go to the black salons. They do it the best. Like, just imagine that. Imagine if Kim Kardashian.
But do black people want them in their salons?
I think they won't have an issue.
Money.
Yeah, I think they have an issue if they're making certain type of money for it. I don't think they have an issue with it.
Or changing the culture of the vibe there. Like,
I
they
get
don't.
that.
They don't just come one.
I get that.
I think
it's gonna be a fucking
bunch of
the
housewives.
a gradual takeover.
The customers will have an issue. I think some of the owners might have an issue, but they'll look at the money first. But I think the customers be like, yo,
But I
can't
don't think
be
Kim
getting
K
anymore.
knows these black. She ain't getting her hair braided at these salons.
But hypothetically,
You know what I mean?
if she did give the proper,
I think people it's just,
recognition.
and I say the same thing about internet. I just think people should give people credit. Whatever happens after that is what happens. But a simple, when you share something online and tagging the person, or if you get like what John Cena did. Now he can't help if Yayo don't get popped, but at least I'm letting y'all know, hey, no, this ain't me.
Yeah.
I think that's a very simple, small gesture that everybody can do.
Well,
to
a
do.
small gesture.
Well,
Yeah,
Steal all you want.
No, it's but he didn't. He was like, "This is not mine.
Or
Like,
borrow.
I can't make y'all unattach it from me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you where I got it
Yeah.
from. I'm not in control over what happens now.
This
Like,
is what I think.
Okay.
I think what we probably should do, if we think something is hot or we think something get hot, is try our best to trademark it. So it's like if Yayo would have seen that and then trademarked it, and then be like, he can use it, but like, bro, I'm now going to get a percentage of this. Cool. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like
we don't really know how to do that. Like if you're 16 and you're gonna dance,
and people don't be knowing
whatever.
what's gonna
Yeah.
hit. It happens so fast.
it sucks, but
It's
like
like if I'm on the internet and I do a dance and then it fucking goes viral, I think a lot of people are just happy with like, hey, I created something, not
Yeah.
thinking business wise that somebody's famous is gonna do it. And
I don't think you can trademark it necessarily a dance, but I'm saying like, remember when Paris Hilton, she tried to, I think she did trademark That's Hot.
That's
or whatever.
Hot, yeah.
And it's just like, bro, that's something that we essentially were saying for a minute. That's hot, right? That's fire. Like it's like we've been saying that for a minute, and she made money off that mess for years, probably even over a decade. And it's just like, yeah, she probably, her dad or somebody was just like, nah, we need to own this. But it's like, I feel like the period that we live in now, there's too much access to some of the stuff to where we be like, we can't use it as an excuse anymore. It's just like, when you on TikTok, everybody telling you how to start an LLC. Everybody saying you got to start an LLC. So the information now is out there. Back
but
then,
how much of the information is valid? How much?
Right.
And then
But you
how
can
do
do
I
your
do
research at
this?
that
Do
point.
I know?
Get to your research at that point.
But that's what I'm saying. Nobody's thinking about all that when they're just having fun on the internet. They're not thinking about that.
purist
They're just not.
like me.
This nigga.
I mean,
They're just not. Like they're not because you're just.
my thing is, you
Look
can't-
how many of our videos get stolen.
I'm-
We don't even know. That's
I'm
the
not-
crazy part. You don't even know.
Yeah.
Like people will send it to me and be like, "Yo, your video is doing 5 million over here." I had no idea. It's been
Yeah.
months.
You're like, who the fuck is Arabic language?
Yeah, like I don't know who that is. Like
when it comes to things that you can actually, what I'm saying is you can actually make money off of is different. It's like when somebody's doing like your video, you can technically, if somebody's like re-YouTubed our video, we can either take it as an L and be like, well, are we getting some viewership from it because at least our logo's on there, so they're
Yes.
going back to
Yeah.
us, or we can go, hey, we're not getting anything from this. hey, flag that. That's not original.
Right.
We can't
Yeah.
technically do that.
But
if we
but
want
that
to.
is still all very reactive. It's still reactive behavior versus being proactive and taking the steps to secure
these
it
are all
and-
after the fact.
Yeah, this is all after the fact.
Well,
It's
I
been-
think there is a way to make sure your content is monetized in a way to where even YouTube. But I think some things too is like if they put like a parody act or some type of act in there to where it's like, or they're reacting to something, it can react to your videos and be like, hey, I'm
Well,
just
now they
reacting
split
to
the
it.
money. Now they have it set up where they'll split it.
Right.
Like if I make a video with music, whoever that artist is getting whatever half of whatever my video makes.
Not all of it.
No, not all of it. It's a split.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's good
So
though.
that's just automatic. That's just automatically put in now. So you can use music now, but it'll pop up and it'll be like, this is Sony Music Group, blah blah, or it's gonna be getting half of whatever this video makes.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's good.
So which I'm a big fan of just small. Hey, this person.
yeah.
Because it's not hard. I don't like people trying to pass off stuff as their own. Because then that's deceiving. It's conniving. It's you know what I mean. I don't like that. Like even if you wanna, there's some people who have internet pages where it's just other people's stuff, and in the title they'll be like, none of this is mine.
Right.
Fine.
Hey,
Just funny
and with that,
content, yeah.
in that regard, man, shout out to the Queen. Shout out to England for giving me this language. You know what I'm saying? This ain't my language. I'm just using it.
Well, that wasn't my choice, so I ain't giving shout out to shit.
Exactly.
I was forced.
Yeah, exactly. We took it. Was just like, yo, we like this language.
Well,
Yeah.
so much for jokes, guys. Damn. Can't say anything around these
Fuck 'em.
blacks.
Blacks. These kings.
Always goes back to slavery with them.
Oh man. I would say, have you heard a bunch of queens from other races, even like Latinos
No.
and anything like that?
No.
Nope, just the gay community.
Yeah.
I don't even hear from them much.
I heard a lot.
Well, I'm
from
around
that.
them a lot,
Yeah.
so I'll be the voice. I'll be the voice. Yes. We say it all.
Oh, we see it.
I guess they'll say yes, queen, and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and they'll do that type of
What's
stuff.
the origin of Yas Queen?
I just heard black women doing it.
Who was doing it first?
I just based on the averages of history, I always lean that we did it first.
Yeah, when it comes to like
Just
slang-
based
when
on-
when you say gay, I think black gay men. That's what I think.
No, white. I think white dudes actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
shit.
you
okay.
think white dude come up with stuff?
No.
I don't think they come up with shit. When I think of like creativity within the gay community, I think black gay men.
Oh,
Same,
you're thinking the
absolutely.
flamboyant.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about usage.
Yeah, I think no. I think a black gay man came up.
Got
with
you.
Yas
Got
Queen.
you.
I think most
On
of,
the internet.
I think most of that specific type of lingo comes from either black women or black gay men.
Got you,
Maybe-
got you,
maybe
got you,
lesbians
got you,
too, but
got
I think
you.
mainly black gay men.
I think it's mostly black
and black women.
black women.
I would
Just
agree
because
with
how
black
they
women.
are.
Yeah.
Just how they talk. Like
Yeah,
and they just say it so.
Yeah.
And then it just becomes a thing.
Effortless, yeah.
I think it's black gay men. I think because like, think of it's kind of hard to articulate, but like, what new language are like older, like adult women like introducing? Who has the time to do that? So what women are doing it? Older, like black gay men or gay men in general, they're always like hip with the trends, like trend setting.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They're always, you see a 32-year-old gay dude say some new shit, just like, and be vibing with it.
Okay.
You know, structuring language.
They're
in-
saying a
in weird
grown ass
different ways.
adult in general, actually.
Yeah.
How much are they really coming up
Yeah.
with shit?
Who has the time for that? Because kids essentially like create slang.
They do.
You know what I mean? So when you say a black woman, you think black women are just like creating slang out of like, that's interesting.
I think it's young,
Like college age? Like how
probably
old?
high school.
High school?
Young black
I
girls.
think it's young black
and-
girls,
Yeah.
young black, and then
I'll probably be in college.
and
too,
especially
for sure.
if you look at the dynamics between mothers and daughters.
So we're saying, because we were saying black women.
okay.
So we mean like black girls.
Well, this is how I think it spreads, right? Because like if you look at the dynamic between mothers and daughters, they're always buddies. Like
Okay.
fathers and sons don't really do the buddy thing as much. It's more of a, hey man.
Okay, so you think it's mothers
I
taking
think
language
the
from their
mother's
children.
taking it from the girls,
Okay.
and then or like you said, vice versa with the black gay, and then
Okay.
that's how it goes. Oh, you know,
Okay.
my daughter said the other day, blah blah,
Yeah.
bitch, yeah. You know what I mean? Like
Single
I think.
Oh snap!
You said they buddy buddy.
But that you don't have to be single to be buddy buddy.
You don't at all.
You don't.
Your husband's supposed to be your friend.
You lonely bitch.
Oh man. Oh man. Sick.
I don't know why I do this.
Yeah, I don't think. Why is that? Why are the daughter-mom relationships more friendships than father-son?
I think dads don't play that whole you my friend. They like you my child.
Yeah,
And I think at a certain point in time, mothers kind of want that relationship with they daughter with like we kind of like girls, especially if the mama still kind of look good too. It's like we go out there, we were sisters.
Girl,
you know what I'm saying? They take a thing to that, whereas dudes be like, yo, they say we look like brothers. Nigga, I'm your daddy, I'm your father, boy.
Like I hear my mom is my best friend so much. I've never heard my dad is my best friend.
But girls are nurtured.
But it's rare.
Girls are nurtured into role play. They love role. They grew up in role play. Play house, play kitchen.
Okay.
Let's play friend. Let's play. Oh, we're best friends. You know what I mean?
We're playing sports.
So it's natural for them to like have that sort of that dynamic and explore that.
You think it's that?
I think they're accustomed to role play.
More.
Huh?
Do you think they just need more?
They just need. Well, of course they need more.
You know what I mean? Or as a father, I think it's too when you are raising boys who are gonna become men, you're prepping them. I don't have time to be your buddy, bruh.
Right.
Yeah.
Nigga, real life coming.
Yeah.
And I think they like to be more. Let's have fun and enjoy these moments.
Wait for the guy
and I'm like, bruh, you know, you're 9 now. You got 9 more years before real life starts coming. And you got 3 more after that before, you know what I mean? Like it's coming and it start going so fast. It's like, I'm trying to prep you now so you're not some fucking weirdo when you get older. And you have to navigate a world where no one outside of your family and gives a fuck about you.
Well, I think too, when you have one parent one way, you do need another parent. You can't have both parents that way too.
No,
I think it'd be very difficult if you have 2 buddy parents, or at least if the mother goes, okay, she's more either buddy with the daughter. So you always hear daddy is a little girl and mama's boy, but it's like I think if she's like super super soft with the son,
that's why I said single moms. By the way, Go ahead, continue.
Yeah.
But it's like I think as a father, you probably have to be like, all right, I might have to be a little bit more of a disciplinarian in this household if the mother isn't. Whereas there's some cases where the mother is more of the disciplinarian, and the father's kind of like I see a lot more from celebrity fathers where they're just like, yo, I don't even be home. So when I come home with the kids, I just try to be their friend because I essentially don't even spend that much time with them.
And that's guilt.
Like me.
That's guilt.
And I also think women
I agree with that. That could be
also
guilt.
think women want to be liked more.
Yeah,
it's important for them to be liked.
Yeah, we don't care.
We don't give a fuck. Just respect me.
Right.
You know,
like when people be like, oh, he said this and he broke my heart. I'll be like, man, I don't give a fuck what he. You know what I mean? Like, I think it is. I don't care about being liked. I want my kids to like me, obviously, you know, because I'm a healthy parent.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm not here for that. I'm here to prep you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm here.
So would that still be detrimental to the child though? Because it's like I'm watching. I don't know if y'all watch Papa's House at all. That's with Damon Senior, Damon Jr. Right? Yeah. So I like that show. It's really good.
I do too.
And I feel like they show a good dynamic in there where Damon Jr. normally comes back and be like, hey man, like you were kind of tough on me. And I feel like you weren't my friend. It's like I didn't have time to be your friend.
That's not.
They
ain't acting, nigga.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. I'm just going off the show dynamic, and it's like I had to prep you. I had to get you ready because these things are happening. And it's like, bro, if I don't do this, I failed as a father.
And I think when you have, especially if you have a relationship with your dad, you understand it's gonna pay off.
Right.
Now, my dad, that's my buddy. Now,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. But at that time, he had to be that way to prep me for this.
And I think the same experience with my single mom. She tried her best.
But here's the thing. I think you're right, Keon. I think at the end of the day, at some point in time, you probably, especially if you have a good relationship with your father, you do become friendly with him. So it's like me and my dad now, we're definitely more on the friend side of like, yo, we laugh more, we joke more, we spend more time together when we do. Like we have more of a buddy relationship. And
because it's also like our life stage as well. That we're now kind of in the same life stage as our parents. Yeah, like we're working adults, et cetera.
But I think too,
the dynamic is not, it's not such a great disparity.
Yeah, I think too the dads relax because my job is done.
Yeah,
Right.
So I don't have to be this anymore. So now let me show you my other side. I couldn't show you this other side before because you might, think I'm fucking around or I'm playing. I gotta, hey, bro, I'm serious. And then because my dad he was always goofy, when the time fit and shit like that. But he got way more, like we weren't fearful of saying anything or doing anything after a certain age.
Yeah.
Because he was like, nigga, y'all grown. And he would say that all the time. Y'all grown. Like I'm done. Like I'm taking all the reins off. There's a respect, but I can't tell what to do. I can't.
I think a part of it too is like a father too. They don't want you playing with them like they would when you're little friends. So it's like I can't be too friendly with you because I don't want you to ever think that there's boundaries at the end of the day. You can't cross this boundary with me as your father. But it's funny to me that I think that mothers, especially with sons, they don't ever, not ever, they rarely get to the point like how the dad does. It's like, well, cool, let me step back, job's kind of done, we can kind of now joke, laugh. Mothers are still kind of always in mother mode.
Oh, always. My mom says it all the time. Y'all always be my dad says it too, but my mom is definitely, I can go to my mom right now and be like, I'm hungry. Mm-hmm. And she'd be like, all right. Versus my dad would be like, nigga, go in there and see go see what's in there, bro.
What are you talking about?
I don't think that goes away from moms.
Right.
And I can see it in my kids already. Keelan is a dad's boy. Kendrick is a mama's boy. Even if we have to do something at the same time, I'm like, who want to ride with me? Keelan is in my pocket. He's in my hip. I mean, he is. Whatever you're doing, I'm doing. Whatever you go. He's older. Yeah. He was first, but I think, and Kendrick's the baby. So Kendrick loves my mom, his grandma. Kendrick loves women because he's cute and they let him be lazy. And so when my dad came and watched the kids, he said he had to have a talk with Kendrick. Kendrick knows how to be the cute kid and lazy and get what he wants with women. And I think Keelan honestly is at an age too where, and I remember feeling like this too. He just looks up to me like, I want to be like you. I want to do what
That's cool.
And he's getting older, and it's like, yeah, you're cool. You're a cool guy. Like I want to be. So I just think that's just where he's at right now. And so everything I do,
it's like you're really cool, but you're ugly.
And I'd be like, come on.
Objectively,
sure,
but come
on. And he's just there, and he will ride anywhere with me. He will go. He watches everything. Kati, we had to have a talk actually. She was like, I know we're all playing, but I had to cut back my joking with her in front of them
because they started doing it.
Because they want to do it too. So they're like, saying some of the same jokes. And so I'm like, nah, bro, you can't. This is my wife and my peer. This is not your. So they like, she's not the butt of your jokes. You know what I mean? Like she's not. That's not how
you ain't got
works.
the chops. You ain't hit the mics.
He wasn't at New Parish.
You got to put the time in.
You know what's funny? Like Janelle, we don't have children yet. We've had a discussion because Janelle and I, we talked about this before. We mimic each other a lot. We always be like, right? And we was just like, we have to be careful when we have children because we can't do that a lot.
They watch
the children.
Everything.
And if the child goes, it's like. It's gonna be a problem. So it's like, because she said it recently. She was like, all right, we got to try to at least go a week without trying to mimic each other. We didn't go 2 hours, but like, she's like, when I get pregnant and stuff like that, she's like, man, we're going to have to legit work on that because I don't want them picking up that trait from us, thinking it's okay to do it with us. It just, if it happens, it happens. We have to correct it. But it'd be better to not even have to get into it to have to correct it.
Now, I don't think it matters.
The good thing is, he has kids too, so he'll know. The correction is actually not. Yeah, it's not that difficult.
Okay.
They're not like, no, I'm saying it.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
Like my son randomly a couple days ago said, "You're a fucking idiot," and I was like you said it to. I think he kind of just said it. I think he was saying it towards Jazz, and like we looked at each other. It's like we don't talk like that. Yeah. And then we like realized like, oh no, like you said fucking idiot. Like I said fucking idiot. I said don't be a fucking idiot. I said that, but nigga, I said it like 6 months ago. Yeah. And he just pulled that out. Like he's like, Daddy says it. I was
he
like,
locked
wait.
that in?
Yeah, because he said Daddy says it. It was like, when? When did I say it?
Yeah.
Nigga, 6 months ago I said that shit once.
But that's interesting that they know when it comes to cuss words, they know that it's like a different thing.
Well, they can pick up context. They're smart.
But we're not like, no. We're very much just like, hey, where did you hear that? You know,
Yeah.
very chill.
Me too.
Like, yeah.
Every time,
Okay,
every
we
time
don't-
mine
we
has.
don't
You
say
don't
that here.
you don't
We
make
don't say that.
a
Yeah.
scene out of it. Okay.
Yeah,
No.
we don't
That's
say
good.
that. We don't give power to it.
No, and every time I've corrected them, you know, because Keelan's thing is pissed. Pissed and damn or something else. And every time I was like, no, we don't do that one. He's like, oh. I was like, yeah, it's just, that's not for kids.
It's all right.
Yeah, I just say certain, even when they want to watch certain movies and stuff, our simple thing is that's not for kids yet.
Yeah.
And they be like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. And even when we watch movies or the music I'm listening in the car, I was like, you realize this ain't for you. Like, you're hearing it or you're watching the movie or whatever, but this ain't. And they be like, yeah. We got it. Like,
it's like, just ignore those titties. They're not for you.
no, we don't do that because
The sex scene, just ignore
they're
that.
getting
That's all.
older
Like,
with that too. It used to be gross, and Kendrick still is very but Keelan, we're
I didn't see
watching
them titties.
we're watching something, and Keelan goes, man, she got some big bazooms, and I was like, oh shit.
How long they gonna be bazooms? before-
Well, they're bazooms. They're bazooms
Bazooms right
because
now.
they're watching Family Matters.
Yeah,
And
okay.
so Family Matters, they say when they talk about Myra,
Yeah.
they were like, man, big bazooms. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so they're saying bazooms now, but soon that's gonna be titties. Soon it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And Kendrick's, he's still like, he don't like seeing people kiss and stuff, but he's still also, we're at the UCLA game and I hear him counting. And I was like, what are you counting? And he goes, I'm counting buns. And I was
Yeah.
like, what? He goes, every time the cheerleaders do a flip, their skirt comes up.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
snap.
he was counting how many times, how many butts he saw.
Hey,
and
this
I was
is-
like, bro,
Kendrick
come on,
Kendrick
man.
was a butt slapper too.
Yeah.
He
So I was
slapping
like, bro.
butts.
This would be super weird. This would be super fucking weird. But it could be like a teachable moment. Not a teachable moment, but like, okay, like a moment of influence. So like, you're just sitting down like me, you know, you just sitting down. I'm Keelan, you know, we're just watching a movie, right? Watching an R-rated movie, whatever. And the sex scene comes, right? The sex scene comes up. And you just watching it. And you just watch it, you know, and he's looking at you to see like, is he gonna flip out? Like, is he gonna fast forward? Is he gonna do something? And you're just like, no, I'm just watching it. And then it passes and the movie continues on and you don't acknowledge it at all.
I have
and so
to.
maybe he's just like, okay, so that's what I do when I see titties. I just be real cool about it.
He got, they have too many questions and too
I
many
just act like I don't
reactions.
see nothing.
Because he recently, Cotty was watching some show and two girls kissed. Keelan goes, that's gay. He just walked out.
He knew what that
that's
is.
funny.
He knew what that is.
Well, they already knew. We had a conversation about what that is
Okay.
before. I do a joke about it on stage, but he was like, I don't think they like seeing intimacy in general.
At all.
Yeah, even when me and Kai, they be like, ugh. Like they just don't.
Yeah,
They're
my
not a
son's
fan.
School, some of the boys like wear like kind of like dresses like costume, like a fairy and shit like that.
Just to school?
Sometimes to school, sometimes to like parties, but Halloween there's a couple instances.
Oh wow.
Of boys wearing kind of like, you know, costumes that are designed for girls.
What did Pilot say?
He didn't say shit. He didn't say anything.
Yeah.
If had he said something, I'd just be like, I don't know. I don't know. He's like, Dad, can I wear Tinkerbell? I was like, nah, bro, we
Nah,
not.
bruh.
Maybe next year.
Maybe the next year comes.
He gonna remember too. He gonna be like,
Yeah, next year.
What if he starts really pushing it every year like that? I really
wanna
want
be
to wear.
Tinkerbell.
2 more months.
2 more months. Where's Jess? What would Jess stand on that?
I think she would figure out some. She's hella like she's good, like in terms of just like using language to like navigate them and manipulate them in ways. Like she's really good with that shit. She's really fucking good. Cause they be springing shit on her. Cause he asks her all sorts of questions, like about everything. Yeah, and she's really good at.
Yeah, our thing is just
Going
not,
through that
it's
with
not for kids.
Yeah, not for kids.
Not for
yeah.
kids.
But a kid, but it's a kid wearing it.
Well,
He's
that's-
in my class, Dad.
But my kids are, you know, they're smart kids.
It's like, no, that nigga 21.
They're smart
He
kids.
just
Like
got
they
held
get. I think they already know how to separate, you know, what goes on in the world versus what happens here. You know what I mean?
Anytime I hear separate, I just think the art from the artist. I know how to separate.
Yeah, I think they just know how to navigate what's like. Okay, that's happening there, and that's there.
It's my house.
Yeah,
this
and that's
is how we
just
get down.
that's, you know, and I see them do it with other kids. That's how I know they're taking in the lessons there.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Damn, bro. What happens the first time Keelan hears a white kid say "nigga"?
We've had that conversation.
He probably has.
We've had that conversation.
So what's he supposed to do? Is he fighting?
No, he said. I mean, yeah, I do a bit about it, but he asked me because a white kid at his school asked him.
Okay.
If he could say it, but the white kid told my son, I'm not allowed to say it. So whoever he's raising him told him, hey, shut it down. Yeah. So, but Keelan's very into. He's already watching, Malcolm X and stuff. He's
what
smart,
if a
bro.
white kid starts saying it, but he gives credit to the black dude who told him he could say it? I say, but shout out to Keelan. I'm just giving credit. I'm giving recognition.
I'm like, not my child. No, they get it. They get the key. There was some kid acting up after school one time, flipping out, and Kendrick goes, "He better lock it up. Like we don't do that. Like they if I passed."
But Keelan seems to be more of a rule follower.
They both are.
Oh, they both are?
Big rule followers,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
If I passed today, they got an idea of how to navigate, how to behave. Yeah, because I was really big, and I think honestly, they would step up for her to help her out. Yeah, just to do more things. And Keelan doesn't like seeing. He's so empathetic. He doesn't like seeing anybody sad, struggling, anything. Yeah. Like you need help with it. He wants everything to be. Keelan acts like he grew up in a childhood where like, if I don't be perfect, something's gonna go wrong. We're like,
my parents
dude,
are gonna abandon me.
Yeah, like, dude, you're like, I mean, if we raise our voice a little bit, are you guys gonna get a divorce? I'm like, he needs everything, like, So he doesn't like seeing anybody mad, sad. I want everything to be good.
People pleaser.
Yeah, and I'm like, why, bro? Like, you're for what? Chill out, relax. But that's just honestly, Kati said, as much as it annoys me, she's like, it's a compliment to our parenting and his life. His life is very chill. His life is, he's blessed. He's got everything. But he's naturally, he's just sweet. They say their prayers every night, and they're praying for the homeless, people who lost their stuff in the fire on their own. Like, I don't tell them. They're always, Kendrick's prayers are a little more hilarious. Because the stuff he prayed for random as hell. And the people who are missing body parts, like that guy we saw in Vegas, maybe he had the robot leg. And just be like, all right, bro. Like, they're good kids, though. They're really good kids. As much as they get on my nerves, they're actually really good kids.
Did you guys, growing up, did y'all recognize a lot of those things? Because I feel like as a child, I don't remember I can't fully remember every single moment where I recognized that this thing was like, oh, this is, whether it's like, these are adult things, and it's like I do remember like when I was younger watching some movies. It's all right when titties are on the screen, kind of close your eyes. But like I was kind of watching some pretty violent stuff as a kid, but I understood like, all right, I can't do this to people. You know what I'm saying? I know like I can't just go on and start beating up people because I'm watching, an action movie. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I just knew. I can't tell you what it was. It's like I just knew not to do it.
I was able to like separate like, oh, this is just television. Like this isn't like real life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I would see, like a 2-parent household. I'm like, oh, this is just TV. This isn't what really happens in the world.
These things don't exist.
I've heard that be a thing though. Single parent household and black kids, like why they liked certain shows over others because they didn't think it was realistic. Like a Fresh Prince, they was like, ain't nobody got no rich uncle. Ain't nobody got no like. They didn't.
And I wasn't searching for reality in TV because of that, because of those extremes. I was just seeing it as entertainment. It wasn't like, oh, I wasn't getting the lessons out of it. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's a cool moment, but like overall, it didn't really resonate. Yeah,
that's it. I've heard people say they liked good times because they were poor and struggling, and like I could relate. So it was even
but it was
funnier
still a mother
to
and a father in the home, right?
Yeah, but they were struggling, and they were saying with Fresh Prince they were doing too well, and they were like,
which is fine. Have it all. We need to have it all.
Yeah,
just to aspire.
I agree. I think Will grounded that show though because of that, being from where he was from and sticking out and being uncomfortable.
It made all the poor black kids looking, hey, Ma, you sure you don't have rich?
We ain't got nobody?
There's some money in this family somewhere, goddamn it. I'm going to find it.
Yeah.
Somebody got some goddamn money.
But I mean, I heard that about the Cosby Show a lot growing up, to where it's just like the Cosby Show wasn't real. A doctor and a lawyer and their parents, and they live in this nice place with a family doing these lessons. It's like,
and they got all these kids of all different complexions, but the two of them are dark.
So
skinned.
random.
Like, what?
It was so random.
but
The
yeah,
casting of that show was so random.
it was. It was. And we wasn't batting an eye at it either. We was just like, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
This Renee is clearly mixed. This is like, But
Is she mixed?
I think she is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with Gary. It's like I kind of like, to a point, I just knew what reality was. But even when it came to TV shows, I wasn't like, I grew up in pure dysfunction. Like that's what my family was pure dysfunction. I wasn't like looking at another show like being like, no, this isn't real, or like, I yearn for this. Like,
See, some people did that too, though. Some people did yearn for.
I didn't. Yeah.
I wish I had that. There's those people exist.
I was very
All I wanted to be was a teenager. I would watch.
It
Saved
looked
by the Bell and
incredible.
all
It
that
looked
shit.
incredible.
Yeah,
I
it
just
did.
wanted to
It
be a
did.
fucking teenager and go to a school like that.
And
That's
go to a
it.
school
All
dance
I wanted,
and make out.
All I wanted, bro. It's so much fun.
Yeah, being an adult wasn't like what I wanted to be. It was legit a teenager. Teenagers
Yeah.
being like super cool.
Because we were watching those teenage shows.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
To be a turtle, nigga, Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, but I never in those type of shows, the father figures never did anything for me because I had one. So I was just like,
You like these
In
things
fact-
my dad.
in fact, I used to dislike Carl because I felt like he was too soft. Eddie and them would be mad and just storm upstairs. I'd be like, nigga, I would have got snatched. Dad, why can't you just be my father? And then storm upstairs. I'm like, what kind of white people shit is this? Like, that's
Yeah.
in my mind. I was like, there's no
Can't
way.
talk like that.
There's
yeah.
no way you can just storm off and go upstairs. And the way you was, I was like, I would have got slept.
Did you have it upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. We didn't have it upstairs, so
Yeah.
that wasn't even.
We had it upstairs, but it was just, the entrance was downstairs, and then you walk up the stairs.
We had upstairs
So
from
everything was upstairs.
from third grade on. We had upstairs. We were in apartments, and then we were renting a house from third to fifth grade.
How do you even know all this?
Because
Like, were you in the third grade? Like, yeah, we're renting.
they told we were like, because every time we would say something like, "Oh, we bought a new house," they were like, "No, we're renting this." Because because I remember it was a big deal when we bought the house when I was in fifth grade. Because they were doing a thing where, like, if you were a vet, you only had to put $1 down to get the house. That's how all the people was moving to Antioch. You put $1 down, you got a house. And so there was no big,
So, nigga, I'll put 2 down.
yeah, there was no big, loans and all. They was giving houses away. And so when we first got, I remember my mom and dad being so happy. And then when we got the cement put in, they put like the date, our last name, like it's still there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and so
we think it's still there.
no, it's in the cement, nigga. Like, it's there.
Oh, you
The,
know, you said you
the
had the
whites
house still.
came and erased
Yeah,
that
duh.
history.
So like,
Sounds like a black name. We gotta get this out.
matter of fact, you can
Keon?
we Google our
racist history like we always do.
we Google our old house and we can see the trees that my mom planted. They're humongous now.
yeah?
Like they're sticking. I mean, they're massive. The stairs we put in and all that. Like on Zillow, you can look at all of it.
And I hope collard greens were growing from them. The whites are like, what's this collard green?
What kind of nigger shit?
Yo, what happened to Antioch, bro? Antioch is like it's like a
It's too many people from too many different places. Yeah.
bro. I thought something recently something happened to Antioch.
It wasn't that Antioch.
Oh, it wasn't.
The shooter.
Yeah.
The school? No, that was in Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Because
I was like,
some people sent it to me. I was like, that wasn't us.
Then
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
We,
It said
we
Antioch. I
shoot
would give it
individuals. We don't shoot schools. No, Antioch was everybody was moving from Oakland, Richmond, the city.
San Jose.
So it got bad real fast.
Yeah.
Real fast.
Got
So
all
it became like it
these.
was essentially like the valley, but like
They were gentrifying other areas, and they
Yeah.
all went to Antioch.
Like in the I think the 80s going into the 90s, a lot of people started moving to the valley from like South LA, like West LA, South LA. They started moving to the valley, and then the valley kind of started to be. It didn't get this huge.
What was the valley before that?
I think it was
Rich
just-
kids, porn, still
yeah,
porn.
It's still porn. I think it was
Yeah.
always a porn capital, but I think it was
Yeah,
just like
rich
it was,
people in porn.
I wouldn't even say necessarily rich, but I think it was just middle class, regular people.
My mom and dad said it was rich people because they would get bussed out to go to Taft,
I
and
think
they
what-
said they friends had it.
no.
Like
Okay.
Snow. Remember in the beginning of Snowfall when he was going in Rich?
Oh,
They said that's
yeah.
how they friends was living.
Well, that's the thing though, where they went to was rich. Woodland Hills is a nice area, still
Yeah.
a nice area. Taft was considered more of a richer valley. School.
Yeah.
it's like, but there's parts of the valley that aren't nice or aren't like if you, Van Nuys is a shit.
Yeah, like
place.
Pacoima, you mean?
But Pacoima also is a pretty it's terrorizing down there. So it's like yeah.
But were those ever nice?
Pacoima, I don't know about Pacoima. I think even in the 80s.
With a name like Pacoima, you think it was ever nice? You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
know.
Like it don't sound like.
Yeah, even the 80s, I think Pacoima was.
It sounded like when they got the name, it's like call it that fool. Like Pacoima, like it just seemed like out the gate.
But like you said, Taft was in like Woodland Hills. So
Yeah.
it's like Woodland Hills sounds like a very nice place.
Right.
And then like Taft is like we always used to be like that's where like the bougie kids went. Like we went to Birmingham and Kennedy, but Birmingham and Taft are technically rivals. But it's like Birmingham had a little bit more edge at the time than Taft did. I think now they're all charter schools, but it's just like at that time we just looked at Taft like, man, that's some.
Yeah, because I've been by both schools, and yeah, I can see the Taft is, it ain't far from it's over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I remember when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's where my mom and dad went to high school.
It was always a nice.
And then I was like, God damn, they were doing that every day.
bro,
You know how far that is, bro, to come out here in the morning traffic to go from South Central LA to Woodland Hills every day.
I guess getting bus, you're not really thinking about it because on the
you
school
just
bus.
playing.
But how early you had to get up and all that stuff to go all the way out
For
there.
sure.
I'm like,
Still a kid,
damn,
okay.
bro.
That 5 a.m. bus.
And that's why they were going to their friends' houses after school because it's like
Wanna go
they ain't
home.
going all the way, you know.
Yeah.
So they would just hang out out there, and then they was like, so that they said they saw a lot of firsts going to these white people's house after school. Like they didn't know you could close your door. They didn't know you could talk about to your parent, like all kind of shit they saw. They was just like, yo, what the fuck, like.
Yeah.
Just go and eat whatever you want, guys. My mom make us some more, like that type of shit. And they were just like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like they thought it was insane.
Yeah, I feel like Taft was like the close. If you weren't going to like a private school, you were going to like a school like a Taft.
Yeah,
that was like the public school version of like a nice public school. When we were growing up too, Taft probably had some of the coldest chicks too. So we was like they were known for that also in high school when we was growing up.
that was
like,
Deer Valley, baby.
So yeah, we was Birmingham. Well, our school too, Birmingham and Taft were like known for like having like the best, some of the best of the best. But like, yeah, I mean,
How does word get around when it comes to that? Like, think about it. We're in high school. There's no internet. There's no. How does word get around? Like this school has the baddies.
House parties, because it's like when we were growing up, it's like when you would go to a house party and be like, yo. We throwing a house party over here. It's gonna be more like Taft High School. Probably the girls over there that go to Taft High School. We're like, all right, cool. We go over there and we're like, yo, they girls is cold. And then we come back to school. Taft got some of the coldest chicks.
Yeah.
And then so it came from house parties. It just came from like I think word of mouth. Like when niggas transfer schools. You know, niggas go from Birmingham to Taft or from El Camino to Chatsworth or whatever. They'd be like. They kind of start to share that experience. I think it's really just that. Because, like, yeah, the internet wasn't a thing. Like,
Yeah.
you wasn't able to be like, they got the coldest or whatever.
And then I wonder too if it was what like they got the coldest or it's just these ain't the girls we know.
Tad had some of the coldest.
You know what I'm saying?
that wasn't a thing. It's like, it was legit. No, Birmingham, like I said, Birmingham, we was cold too. But when I went to Kennedy, I noticed the difference. Because Kennedy had some cool. We had like a girl from Pacoima. Pacoima was like, Pacoima and Sylmore and Kennedy were like the two schools that a lot of kids from Pacoima went to.
Yeah.
So it was like they had some good looking girls, but there was a clear difference between what Birmingham and Taft, and I would say probably even Granada Hills, they had from a school. Like Granada Hills too was one of them bougie schools where like a lot of like the pretty ass dark skinned girls went and the mixed girls went. You were just like, oh shit. If they were black.
I think about it. The reason why I brought it up that way is because I remember when we went to our senior trip, when we went to Disneyland, and we were just hyped seeing other girls from other schools. Like we didn't care about the girls at our school at all.
You just knew.
We was like, oh snap, this is Lincoln High in San Diego got some baddies. Blah blah. We were just like, they not y'all.
Yeah.
So I wonder like.
They looked at your school like y'all school at the baddies. It was like the.
But our school did. Our school did have.
Yeah, we did.
It was insane.
I did the same. Had the same thing like at track, nigga. St. Mary's, like crazy work. James Logan had some bad ones, but then we had it.
We only played Logan once.
We had those experiences early on because we would travel, playing football and shit. But then we would also go to the cheerleading competitions, so we would see all the girls from up from the South, like all over the place, and it was interesting too because like the girls, our cheerleaders always looked way older than like.
Life is harder.
Than all of their girls.
It's true.
Like, our girls were more developed. They look like women.
That's the government cheese,
they
baby.
look like girls.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
How did they age? Because that's the thing too. It's like when you go, okay, now that we got older, like I said, the girls from when I went to Birmingham, I feel like they were like, you looking at them now, they 40 years old, they 38, 39, whatever, and it's just like fared pretty well, some of them. And then the other high school I went to was just like, ooh,
Yeah,
kind of rough.
I think you age according to life, and this is what's around. Like when I go to the Midwest, women look like they live hard. Like they just fix carburetors in their downtime. Like I'll be like, damn, why do y'all look so rough?
You think it's the weather too?
It could be not as much vitamin D. I don't know. Like
girls in the South, I feel like girls in the South, they still look fairly young.
Yeah, they look great.
Yeah,
they look. But that Midwest, I'll be like I said, they look like I've been working at the plant for 30 years, and they just have that
burly.
That look about it. And I was like, why does everybody look so rough? Like,
I think part of it's the weather too, and like life, weather, the jobs they have out there. Maybe
the salt on the ground.
Something. Because I didn't grow up like when the girls I grew up with were They were like
girly girls,
girly and dainty, and you know they were just.
Valley girls were very prissy and like,
yeah.
You know, like
I remember when that shit got popular, like the clueless shit. You know, the Valley girls.
Yeah. They were very much like that in a sense.
Where were they pulling from? Like, where did they kind of pick up? They weren't in the Valley. They just went to a party in the Valley, I think.
What do you mean?
Who?
And
Clueless?
Yeah.
No, they were from
Beverly Hills.
They're from Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills, yeah. But they were
actually
like
shitted
that.
on the Valley. Like, ew, the Valley.
Yeah.
The Valley was kind of like a low level. That's why I said it wasn't necessarily rich. It was like middle class that probably thought they were better than what they were. But it was like the Valley was.
But like which side of the Valley? Because over here,
it's uppity, more rich.
That's rich as shit.
The side of the Valley that I was on was
that
like,
side going that. The more you go that way,
yeah,
until you get to Burbank,
yeah,
and then it's like nice again,
middle of the
Glendale, but like
the
in between Burbank and this gets a little rough.
There's pockets. It's like North Hills, Granada Hills. I lived in North Hills for a second. It's like it's pretty solid over there.
Yeah, Encino, nice. Woodland Hills, nice. Calabasas, obviously nice.
Van Nuys is horrible.
Yeah,
like
Sylmar is not nice.
Not necessarily nice. Pacoima, not necessarily nice.
Yeah. I hated going to that Walmart over there.
Oh
God, the 3-story one or whatever it was.
Oh,
hated that one, bro.
Pan City. Oh,
yeah, God.
Horrible. Terrible places. But yeah, I don't know. The girls that like we kind of had like the LA hood niggas. They always loved the Valley girls because it's like it was that experience of like I could turn one of them out.
Yeah,
like, get like a little pretty ass prissy little chick that's like whatever, but she kind of want a nigga. They wanted that, and then honestly, a lot of times for us, we was knocking them down, but we wanted ourselves kind of like a LA chick. Yeah, it's just like they either came with a little bit of hood themselves, or it's like you get a little kind of like bougie kind of hood chick that was always kind of like, or a little bougie ghetto chick. So all right, cool, we like that too. So it's like we were kind of like swapping like swapping chicks or whatever.
When you and Janelle decide to have kids, are you trying to move? Are you fine where you're at? Are you?
It's fun when I told
all this for some eggs.
For just eggs.
Well, the price of eggs now, we sitting like we kingpins right now.
Yeah. It's funny because like I said, I'm a Cali kid at heart. I love LA.
No, I didn't say out of LA, just your area. When it comes to raising children, where do you want it? Like we like it here. We're raising children.
Man, we talked about Janelle grew up so black that she just like, man, I want to. Even if it's like we got to get them to a nice black neighborhood.
Back to DC, guys.
No, she was just like, if we got to get to some like the nice black pockets in LA, we just got to get them there.
She said that now. She ain't driving every day doing that shit.
What I'm saying, moving. We would move into those areas
move. Okay.
Too. She wouldn't want to.
Smooth Inglewood.
Yeah, it's like Inglewood or closer to those areas like that, and to where we take them to like a school like a Marcus Garvey or whatever the case may be.
That shit now though, with them building, new stadiums and everything like that. That shit pricey now, bro.
Trying to get us out of there. So it's like, she's looking at me like, all right, nigga, you gotta get that money, baby.
Yeah,
you gotta get that money so we can go live in the area that we want to live in, where the black people are that got good money too. So she would rather, if we're going to stay out here, she would rather be in that type of area.
Yeah, I agree with her. I used to feel that way. I felt the same way. Cotty did too.
Yeah.
Until we had the kids, moved over here, whatever, and then you realize your friend's still black and their kid's still black. So your kids are still, they play dates, still be it's a mixture, but it's
Right.
my friends are black and they got black kids, so they be hanging out. Can we go to so and so house? Yep.
But that's why I'm not tripping, because for me, like I said, I grew up in the valley. I'm from the valley, so it's
Yeah.
like most of my friends were black. Even though the neighborhoods weren't 100% black, it was like there was enough black people in those neighborhoods to be like, all right, cool, this is fine with us.
Yeah.
And I try to tell her all the time, like, hey man, this pocket over here in the valley. She's just like, the valley. I'm just like, you don't even know the valley like that. Like you lived in Reseda for a second, so you hate it.
Yeah.
But I was just like, there's just solid pockets in the valley where we can live at, and I was like, I think you'll think it's so dope. And we just gotta find like the right schools to where there's enough of us at. Or like I said, my boy Rick, he lives in a certain part of LA where it's like the schools are super nice. His son, when they came over this weekend actually, and his son had some interview for certain schools, and it's like you got to interview for these schools to even get in.
Yeah.
And you got to have a certain type of grade point average, everything like that. And so he's picking his choice between these three schools or whatever. I'm just like, that's super super dope.
Yeah.
And he went to like a majority black middle school that was like upper echelon too.
Yeah.
So it's like. There's pockets where you ain't gotta be super super rich either. It's like Ricky's from Watts, so he knows way more about certain parts of LA than even I know. So he's just like, nah, this pocket over here is actually kind of cool. Outside of it's kind of dangerous, but if we live in this pocket, you straight. So it's like knowing that stuff too. So it's like figuring that stuff out. But I mean, I want to stay out here. I would like to be around us also, to be honest with you. At least as of right now.
You don't want to move over there?
Where Ricky's at?
No. You said Janelle wants to move more inland.
I wouldn't mind. I actually wouldn't mind. It's just a matter of like, as long as my money's good to be and we're not like struggling to like live out there, then I don't. If it's easy work from a payment standpoint, I would love to be out there.
Yeah,
absolutely. So I can't wait. We talked about the process of starting children probably the middle of this year too. So
process. All you gotta do is not pull out, man. Ain't no process. Shoot the
I
club.
mean, I low-key haven't been pulling out for the past 6 months. So.
You have?
I haven't.
Then your shit don't work, bro.
Hey, don't say that. I'm afraid, man. I'm afraid. No, but I heard that's not the case either. It's just like, when I talk to some friends, it's just like, yo, when you're trying to get pregnant, it's way harder.
Yeah, you can't. You're not supposed to. You just have fun, and then you be like, hey, where my period at? And they take a test and be like, oh, I know it.
I feel like when niggas is
you try, you add stress.
Yeah.
And then you start blaming, you start trying to do it and ovulating and all that shit. We've been trying to get pregnant for a year, and it's like, man.
I feel like I'm gonna have issues with that, but like, man, I can't even. My dick ain't getting hard for this 10:37
yeah, it's too
a.m.
much.
session.
I gotta hold my legs up. You don't, man. Just
like, gosh, I gotta let it drip in there and hold it.
Have fun. They say the chances of pregnancy increase the more the woman orgasms.
Well, he's never having a kid.
But
y'all want to move or y'all?
We want to move. We don't know where.
Nowhere. To a home.
Yeah, ideally.
Yeah.
We may get the fuck out of here altogether. I don't know. Yeah.
We thought about that too. That's the thing. Is just like I like Texas, man. Certain parts of Georgia's not bad.
Yeah.
It's like, but it's just like I said, I'm such a Cali kid at heart, man. I'm just like, man, I would really have to be like, I really have to see something that wows me.
Yeah, the opportunity has to be crazy.
Crazy.
Especially for us. With me and Cotty being California kids, we're like, and our family being here, and it's like, we're not leaving.
You have a community here
where
to
we
help
going?
you. We don't. I mean, now that my brother's here and her brother's here, we have more of a community than we ever had. But it's just like, also too, they both are actively working. It's not like we have like grandparents or whatever. Like, leave the kid with us for a few days, and it's just like we don't have that out here.
Yeah.
So.
Your dad's in Savannah?
Nah, he's in Augusta.
Augusta, Georgia. Yeah. And your mom is where?
She's in North Carolina, Laurinburg.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised what parents do though once that grandkid on the way.
Yeah, they'll pull up.
They'll pull up, nigga.
My mom's trying to buy a house.
Yeah, they want to move. Like Cotty's mom wants to move here. Like
I'll be honest with you. I don't know how much I want my children around all the grandparents.
You don't?
But her parents are dope, right?
I don't know how much I
he
want
said
my
what he
children
said.
around the grandparents.
But I think her parents are pretty cool.
I don't know how much I want my children. Because it's not about even being bad people. There's just certain like ideologies that I'm looking at from certain standpoints. It's just like, all right, from an extended period of time, I wouldn't necessarily want that.
Well, what's an extended period?
Well, and what are you expecting the grandparents to do?
I don't know. Like, if I'm using like
you know they're just subs, right? Just you're in a pinch.
They gonna do, yeah.
And then they drop off gifts and they spend money, and then
They're
that's
gonna do what they
kinda,
do. They ain't gonna. Yeah.
well, that's the thing. Since I don't have any children yet. I don't know if that's going to be.
They're not gonna be to them what they were to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, they're not
completely
gonna
different
be.
people.
That's okay. That's fair.
Yeah, they're completely different people, and also they know. It doesn't even matter whatever rules is happening over there. They know when they come back home. These are what we do here. They don't jump on my couch here, but my mom's house, they jump on the couch. They eating fruit snacks for dinner. They don't. That doesn't ruin. That's what grandparents are supposed to do.
Right,
it's supposed to be a fun, different experience.
Well, I'm trying to see like would it like leaving my grandkids. Like,
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I could be overthinking.
Even your hood as my dad, who he was with me, and who he is with the grandkids.
Right.
They're just different animals.
Yeah, then your dad's not gonna watch porn with you. He's not gonna make your son sell porn. Nigga. He's not. He's changed.
They be so happy that. Look, I read a thing.
You read?
Yeah, sometimes
Articles,
sometimes
not books.
No, I'll listen to a book. I ain't read. I'll fall asleep.
I'm gonna listen to the book as
Yeah,
too,
I can't read it. I will fall asleep. But they were saying, I was wondering, this dude made a video about why other black men, when they see him with his kid, is always like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, why do they? Because I noticed that other black dudes would be like, I see you. And some dude in the comments said, it reminds us of when ours were little. And we're just like, we get to relive. And so when I asked my mom and my auntie about it,
I get that from like 19-year-old black kids.
Well, they just be like, can you be my dad?
Like, I see you out here doing your dad shit.
Look, I see you out here. Keep it up, nigga.
Keep it up, nigga.
Can I come with you?
What if a
just have a
19-year-old kid
breakdown.
asked you, was like, hey man, just would you buy me some ice cream, man?
Yeah, I'll buy a little nigga some ice cream.
Fuck it. I be buying the candy from them kids outside while I'm selling the shit.
I don't.
I be like $5 for a Starburst. Here, nigga.
Nah. I mean,
You don't do it with a smile on your face though. You make them earn it.
I be like,
You know there's some bullshit prices. You know that, right?
I be like $5.
here's the thing. I think the
You better
game,
go for you better break records this year. You better go
game
for
might
30
be-
in the
the
game.
I better go to state.
Yeah.
the game might be different now, bro. Like, because I remember I was dealing with some of those kids, and they be like, "Oh, nah, you know what you can just do." So I remember I bought something from them. It's like, "Hey, send it to my Cash App." I was like,
Yeah.
"All right, I'll just send y'all 10, and y'all split it." He was like, "Nah, I need my own money on my Cash App."
Yeah.
And I was
Dude
just
didn't
like,
say that at all.
All right, so it wasn't like how we used to do back in the whole writing on the list thing.
Yeah.
And then afterwards I was just like, nah, I think I got bamboozled. This ain't going to the school.
Here's my thing, right?
It's going straight to them.
My thing is, even if it is going straight to them, okay, well, you hustling candy. I don't give a fuck.
I'd rather just give you the bread. I'd rather
care.
not even just be like, hey, I'd rather just say, here, take that for you. Because even when I was a kid selling candy, sometimes you'd be like, I don't care about the candy. I don't care about your school because your school on some bullshit.
Yeah.
On the political side of things, you just take this money, go buy yourself something or whatever. Here's like a little $5
But like,
$2 tip or whatever.
even if they're pocketing it, well,
But it's
I'd
teaching bad
rather that.
habits, though. They're not being honest.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
We
it's
wanna
like, that's
raise
why I
honest
know
men.
for me,
So from now on, be like, what you really doing, bro? Just talk to me.
Yeah.
What you really?
yeah.
Do you need it? You hurting me for it?
You trying
need
to
it?
pay for an abortion? What's going on?
What you need it for? Bro?
But I will say some of these kids are hustlers. Like I've seen some of these kids out here in high school. They be like, "Hey man, can I clean your rims? Hey man, if you just cash out me $20, $10, whatever the case may be, I can clean your rims. I wash your windshield."
I respect that though.
I was like, "Hey man, like that's kind of."
He was like, next time. But
right.
I respect it. Wait,
But
what
now,
time is it?
now you can't get away with the whole just I ain't got cash on me.
How long?
We have an hour and 4. We can go. We can leave.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, man.
Wait, let me see what time it is. Before I go pick up these little bums. Yeah, I got like 10 minutes.
But yeah, it's like I the fact that these kids have the access to the Venmos and the Cash Apps and stuff like that. It's like I think they understand the hustle game differently. It's like, yo, if I can get $5 from this many people a day, and you're 13, 14, you cooking.
Yeah.
Like you eating. Because it's like I wasn't getting that a day from my parents. So it's like imagine if you can get $25 a day from people and you 14 years old. You're like, bro, we can go here, we can eat this, I can get some shoes in a week. By the time the week is over, I can get the new J's if I want to.
Yeah.
Have you seen homeless people with the QR codes yet out on their shit?
Yeah.
I'd be like, absolutely not.
Why not?
if you can keep this phone on, you good.
But that's the money.
Different levels of
Phone or food?
You good, bro.
Well, they might have like the whole, the Obama phone to where it's essentially like, it's not a whole bunch of money that has to be paid for.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be one of those cheap things like that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's interesting.
But yeah, your kids will be all right.
Yeah, they'll be fine,
Yeah.
bro. You
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything, but just bring.
yeah,
them into the
anything you're
world.
worried about is
Yes.
not gonna even be a
No.
thing.
I think I'm starting to kind of more understand that. Just like when my thing is healthy. Come out
Yep.
healthy,
Yeah.
and then go from there. But
Be
like,
a boy and come out healthy.
man,
Can you do those two things?
I'll be real with you. Every time I visualize a child, I just see a girl, which means I might have a boy. But I always see a just big haired, just smiley ass daughter.
What if she
And-
had the curls and stuff too, and then she started receding at 19?
With Janelle's head, it's a wrap, bro. It's over. She has Janelle's size head. She would have been
Janelle's
like, I
head's
hate you. Huh?
Janelle's head's big?
Janelle's head is huge. Yeah.
I never noticed.
It's like this. It's round.
I never noticed.
Yeah. So that's got me. She'll be like, "Thank you, Keon." You never noticed.
I didn't notice either.
I just didn't.
She'll appreciate that. I won't show her this, but she'll appreciate it.
Oh, you need to hold that over. Big round head, bitch.
But yeah. She said the same thing too. She was like, I was like, when you visualize us having a child, she's like, I'm scared because twins run in my family, so I feel like we might have twins. But she was like, a boy-girl twin specifically running her family.
Well,
But
then,
she was,
then you done.
I was like, that'd be perfect to be honest. And she was just like, that might be hell at least at the beginning.
Twaggets?
I mean, that's his joke, right?
Yeah. But she was like, I see a daughter also. She was like, I see.
Y'all gonna have a son now.
Yeah, which I don't mind. I'm not like mad. I would love to have a boy. Like I want a boy. I'm just.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That might be because Janelle has fairly broad shoulders.
She used to swim, right?
Huh?
She used to swim.
I think she did swim, but I don't know if she's actually on the team. She played basketball. She swears she was nice too.
They all say that.
Yeah, her brother played ball too, but I think her dad coached her. I think she coached both of them, and then at some point the brother went off. But like I said, her brother was 6'1". Her dad is probably the same height. Her mom is probably like my height, 5'8", maybe.
Oh, they
damn.
got that kid. If it come from the mama, that kid gonna be tough.
Yeah, they got some height over there. Even with
Yeah.
like her uncles and stuff like that. Like they're not short people.
You might have some hope. You might get to relive vicariously.
Hey man, because Janelle's technically
She's pretty tall.
5'7".
She's pretty tall,
5'6".
yeah.
So she's not super small. So yeah,
You
Well,
might have
gotta
a
get to
broad
work.
shoulder, tall kid, man.
Yep.
everything that I
With
was,
hair.
Yeah.
everything that I wanted to be, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited though. So I'm excited for fatherhood,
Well,
man.
we don't want to keep you. You got some work to do.
Yeah, you got all the concerns and worries. It's a lot of overthinking because you don't know, but
Yeah.
everything kind of works itself out, and
Yeah.
your family pulls up for you, and things of that nature, and grandparents just want to chill, and it all starts in the home anyway. They don't.
Are there any grandkids aside from your brother? Your brother's kids? Well, your sister has kids. Too,
My
right?
sister only has children. My brother doesn't have kids either.
Yeah.
Oh, your brother don't have kids?
And Janelle's people
Oh,
don't have
shit.
kids.
No.
So you want to have that now, bro? If you have the first
The
one,
first one?
nigga, that kid's you about to
Nigga.
get everything, bro.
Get to work.
Hurry up.
Y'all tripping.
You gonna have 2 sets of everything.
Hell
Both
yeah.
sides gonna be like, what y'all need. They gonna be doing too
They gonna
much.
buy y'all
You remember
house.
all the shit Keelan had? It was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true.
Be the first. Hurry up.
Yeah, before somebody else come in. be
You
the
talking about
first.
I want the grandparents around? Nah, nigga, them grandparents
if
gonna be
somebody else the
clutch,
fir-
bro.
Yeah, you got to be the first, dog.
Well, I will say this. I don't know if her brother and his wife are even having talks about that. Corey,
we don't know. They'll sneak up on you.
That's true.
They'll do it
You
in
gotta
secret.
hurry up, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they'd be like, wait, y'all getting all the grandparents.
But if they go, we're pregnant, they'll be like, all right, what can I do?
That's how you start doing it.
then hope for a premature until they come earlier.
Yeah. Induce her. She's 6 months. Induce her.
6 months. Put the arms over you. Pull it out.
Induce her. Take it out. The grandparents will take care of the arms.